Hey friends, did you know that when we're born, we're not just a blank slate? We actually come into the world carrying at least 4 things with us. These 4 things accompany us throughout our lives. If you can understand and skillfully master them, I can confidently say that your life will become more at ease, more transparent, and wiser. There's no doubt about it, because you're utilizing the super gifts bestowed upon you by heaven. They are the most important things in our lives. So in this video, I will systematically and logically help you understand clearly what these 4 super gifts are and how we can use them to live our lives better. First of all, the first gift is the soul. The soul is split from the mother body, a complete and perfect vessel. It is the light of life, the collective unconscious. The unconscious is our innate authenticity. It exists like the seabed beneath an iceberg. It is the essence of our being. It carries our consciousness, emotions, and memories. All of our experiences ultimately aim to awaken the inner soul. This awakening process has 3 stages. The first is to see the world, which teaches humility and reverence. The second is to see all beings, which allows acceptance of everything and following the natural order. The third is to see oneself, realizing one's true self. Seeing the world is difficult because of ignorance. Without removing arrogance, it's like a leaf that obstructs the view. Seeing all beings is harder due to greed and anger. Blinded by self-interest, people forget the law of conservation of energy. Seeing oneself is the hardest due to illusions. Doubt clouds clarity, obscuring the true essence. By now, you should understand that the soul's awakening process is about confronting these 5 poisons. Knowing the problem, how should we approach it? First, let me ask you, do you really want to rid yourself of greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and doubt? I believe your answer is yes. Here's the truth. The more you try to rid yourself of these, the harder it becomes and you'll experience more pain and confusion. Why is that? In reality, spiritual practice is a joyful journey, but it's often turned upside down. So how can we practice happily and shed these inner poisons? Follow these 2 steps. First, don't force yourself to get rid of greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and doubt. These desires cannot be eliminated by simple external methods. Your inner desires are like wild grass. The more anxious you are, the more they grow. Consequently, you become more distressed and anxious. This leads to the conclusion, don't force yourself to eliminate these poisons, but start by pausing. After pausing, the second step is crucial. Do not resist or fight against them. Accept wholeheartedly the consequences you face in the present. Your inner poisons will naturally dissipate. What does this mean? Keep listening. Whatever happens, whether good or bad, is the result of seeds you've sown in the past. This present result is inevitable. You have no choice but to accept it. Any resistance only increases your suffering. Here are a few examples for clarity. If you're currently poor or come from a poor family, this is a result. By fully accepting this, you won't generate corresponding inner poisons. You'll become more grounded in the present, working hard, contributing, doing good, and accumulating virtue. This gradual process leads to a transformation in destiny. For example, if your child is rebellious and your efforts to change them make things worse, when you finally let go of control and focus on improving yourself, everyone around you begins to improve as well. Why does this happen? This concept comes from Yangming's philosophy. There is nothing outside the heart. Everything outside is merely a projection of your heart. Once you accept that all outcomes are projections of your heart, you root yourself in the present without entanglements or attachments. Unaware, you'll see your destiny begin to shift. When you fully accept all outcomes, where do the inner poisons come from? Without them, where does the suffering come from? Isn't that right? The second super gift is karma. Do you think karma is just superstition or mysticism? That's a common misconception. It has been misunderstood by religions and literature. So what is karma? Simply put, karma is the residue and impressions left in your mind from your thoughts, words, actions, and encounters. These residues form patterns that accompany you throughout life. As these patterns accumulate, they form tendencies. You become an automated puppet, a slave to old patterns, a puppet of the past. Think of yourself as a computer. with karma being the outdated software you've unconsciously written for yourself. Every action you take writes a corresponding program. Once a program is written, your entire system operates based on it. Your thoughts, feelings, understanding of life, even your posture and gait are dictated by past residues. From birth, your family, education, friends, the places you've lived and visited, all shape who you are now. The saddest part for many people is their unawareness of their karmic system. They believe they're free and autonomous, but they're deeply influenced by memory patterns. These patterns recycle and manifest repeatedly. You may face different scenarios, but their essence remains the same. Why do some women always meet the wrong men or constantly get hurt by them? Why do some people engage in fights or crime repeatedly? It's their karmic system, trapping them in repetitive scenarios, unable to escape. Karma encodes every aspect of your life, engraved in your memory and your body's very blood. Even as you age, body failing, mind slowing, you retain your karma. This system is strong, stable, and efficient. Karma is your destiny. When asked why you choose a certain way, you might say, "It's just my nature." But it's not your nature. You're not acting on your own will. It's the tendencies formed by karma that compel you to act. Karma is the software written unconsciously by you. Once the software forms, there's only one path for your life. Your destiny is set. Now that you understand karma, here's the question. Is karma a good thing or a bad thing? Karma is your own creation. It's neutral, neither good nor bad. But remember this, when you're unaware and controlled by it, it becomes a significant problem. When you understand and control it, it becomes a powerful tool for transforming your destiny. You need awareness of karma. Create a small space between you and it. Stand outside your karmic storeroom. Through practice and shifting perspectives, align your belief system and energy frequency with the right path. Melt away the negative impacts of karma, freeing yourself from its grasp. Now, the ultimate question, how do you adjust to the right belief system and energy frequency? Here's a simple method. Constantly observe your thoughts, words, and actions. Examine the motives behind them. If they're to prove, defend, enhance, protect, expand, beautify yourself, blame, oppose, surpass, control, or exploit others, you're on the wrong track. Such beliefs and energies are rooted in separation, fear, ego satisfaction, conflict, and pain. They only increase your negative pressure, pulling you into repetitive cycles of old patterns and states. If driven by conscience, the overall best interest, welfare of life, love, dedication, and awakening, you're on the right path. It will block negative karma's cycle, initiating a new life journey. Changing your karmic system isn't easy in the short term. It requires deliberate practice and dedication. The third super gift, the script of life. The script of life is the energy and information embedded in the space-time structure imprinted within us at birth. Some say life is like a dream, decades passing like a grand illusion, both real and yet not so real. Others say life is like a play, a game, a performance. Whoever takes it too seriously loses. In fact, when someone feels these two sensations, they're already on the verge of awakening. Some people awaken on their own due to chance encounters, but most need guidance or enlightenment to fully awaken. No matter what, once a person awakens, they enter life's game mode. They start to play the script of life. They can no longer return to the muddled state of mistaking illusions for reality. Let me use an amusement park as an analogy to help everyone understand. Our Earth is like a vast amusement park. I compare parents to the awakened ones. Children represent the unawakened. Parents bring their children to this vast amusement park. Inside, there are many fun games, studies, careers, love, family, and so on. But the amusement park has a rule. Each person can only play for one day. When the park closes, everyone must leave. Children enter the amusement park, filled with curiosity. They want to try every game. Whenever they play a fun game, they want to play it several more times. And parents tell their children not to get obsessed with one game, not to get stuck because something is fun. But the children don't listen and start to cry and fuss. They have no choice. The lines are long. Too many people are playing. Reluctantly, the children move on to the next game. At the next game, they again refuse to leave, wanting to play longer. Finally, after the children have played all the games, it's time to go home. They start to throw a tantrum, clinging to the amusement park's gate, refusing to let go, unwilling to leave. But the park is closing, everyone has to go. In the end, the children can only let go reluctantly and follow their parents home. And throughout this process, the parents tell the children, this amusement park is just a temporary illusion formed by circumstances. It's like a dream, but in the children's hearts, it's so real. The children experience joy, happiness, sadness, sorrow, anticipation, and reluctance. So the parents comfort them, saying, no matter how fun the amusement park is, it still has a closing time. No matter how exciting the games are, you can't take them with you. What you can take is what you've played and experienced, the experiences and growth you've gained from these games. The thrills during the games are no longer important. Getting accidentally hurt while playing isn't important either. The game tokens you earned are unimportant now. All these outcomes don't matter anymore. What matters is that with every game you played, you took it seriously. You gave it your all. When it was time to leave, even though you felt reluctant, you followed the rules and let go. This is the truth of the world, the truth of life. We are all in a grand amusement park, experiencing various games, gaining experiences and personal growth. However, when we see the truth of life, many people fall into negativity and nihilism. On this point, I must correct them. They might think, since it's all a game, I'll just quit. That's like going to the amusement park, where everyone else is enjoying themselves, and you just stand aside all day, doing nothing. Isn't that even more meaningless? Why did you come in the first place? Therefore, even if life is like a play, I still want to perform it well. Acting isn't the purpose. Using illusion to cultivate truth is the core. In other words, we use various game experiences to live out our true selves, to blossom. Participate in the bustling world of people and events, to temper and improve ourselves. Everyone has the opportunity to understand their mind and see their true nature. Because everyone can cultivate themselves through work, career, family, and relationships. All these are opportunities given to us. Everyone has them. Everything we experience is a path, a bridge, a means. If you can realize this, then what follows is very important for you. Many have heard this phrase, let your mind arise without dwelling anywhere. But many still misunderstand it greatly. They think letting go means ignoring everything, becoming indifferent, completely giving up and lying flat. This is a negative attitude toward life. First, they can't pass the test of diligence, let alone patience. So what does it mean to be without dwelling? Take something everyone cares about, making money. Many people's pursuit in life is to make money. But have you ever thought about it? Making money is just a bridge and a passage. We make money to live out our true selves, not to become slaves to money. That's dwelling on money. Another example, many are trapped by emotions. They believe falling in love means being together forever. When they break up or divorce, they're heartbroken, unable to let go. They don't realize we're merely using love and marriage to experience emotion, to gain energy and let ourselves blossom. Not dwelling on the bridge of love and marriage, setting up home in emotions and refusing to move on. These two examples show dwelling on the bridge, forgetting our original purpose, the true destination we aim for. This is called having dwelling. When we cling and can't let go, we're trapped and tormented by these things. Earning more brings joy, earning less brings pain. In love, we're happy. After a breakup, we're sad. So what does it mean to not dwell in the mind? Simply put, respond naturally to what comes, let go of what passes. This is a broad-minded and profound life wisdom. For example, a friend asks for help. You help. Helping is helping, with no expectations. The matter is over. Not expecting that someday the friend will help you in return. That's dwelling in the mind. Another example. You and your loved one argue over something. Once the quarrel is over, it's over. Don't keep thinking, they're so infuriating. How could they be so unreasonable? Do they not love me anymore? I need to find a way to control them in the future. That's also dwelling in the mind. Do a good deed. Once done, let it go. Don't think you're great for helping someone. When bad things happen, they happen. You handle them. After dealing with them, let them go. Don't keep pondering over them. This is called not dwelling in the mind. Simply put, respond to what comes. Let go of what passes. Of course, achieving this isn't immediate. There must be a gradual process. Next is the final gift, talent. Talent is the innate, predestined strengths and preferences we possess. It's the most important thing in our starter pack. Each of us has our own talent, but over 90% of people have not manifested their talents. What is talent? That which is bestowed by nature is called talent, isn't it? So talent isn't about what we learn, what we think, or what our dreams are. That's not talent. If you remove the two horizontal strokes from the character for heaven, Tien, you're left with person, Ren. The top stroke represents the innate, the bottom stroke represents the acquired. Everyone has their own mission. Every soul does. The more we experience in this three-dimensional space, the more we get lost. We believe what our eyes see. We believe everything around us. We believe in all the so-called love and hate. These are the acquired things. When you like something, you're bound to have things you don't like. When you love someone, you're bound to have people you don't love. In real life, we discard many things we deem useless or worthless. But whatever comes into our life is what we're meant to encounter. All these are here to elevate you, to observe, to decide, to understand. So if you want to find your talent and mission, you must first accept everything. Love everything in life. When you love everything, you're a passionate person with a desire to explore. So why can't many people find their talent and mission? It's simple. Because you've lost passion and desire. You don't want to explore the universe, yourself, or everything around you. How can you find it? Everyone has dreams from birth to death. Some dream of becoming scientists. Others dream of traveling the world. There are countless dreams. So how do dreams come about? We have dreams because something attracts us, challenges us, gives us passion, brings us wealth and status. In other words, dreams arise because of desire. That's why you want to realize this dream, because you have desire within. This is why when pursuing dreams, some people get hurt badly. Some make it through and achieve success, but they may not necessarily be happy. Because from the moment they pursued the dream to the moment they succeeded, they felt no real sense of success or failure. Instead, they felt the entire experience was full of pain and sorrow. And when people don't fulfill their dreams, they feel uncomfortable. Why is life treating me this way? I'm not relying on others. I'm using my own hands. I want to bring security and income to myself and my family. It's that simple. Why can't I achieve it? Because many dreams are pursued under others' demands, or because you saw something and then acted. Dreams are your knowledge and perception. They are things you need to experience in this three-dimensional space. So what about talent? It's bestowed upon you. You must shift from an acquired perspective to an innate one. What does this mean? It means that when you look at many things, you have to genuinely and naturally like them from your heart. Everyone must have had this experience as a child. A small toy you liked would make you especially happy. Or when you were very young, without any other thoughts, everything around you made you happy. No matter what surrounded you, you were happy. But after becoming adults and learning many things, we don't want our desks to be messy. We dislike our things being rummaged through, untidy, or unplanned. We prefer work and life with rules and regulations. When you're like this, it's hard to find your talent. Although talent exists in real life, if your talent leads you to be a beggar, would you do it? How many people would answer, yes, I'll do it? Almost none, right? So why can't you say, I'll do it? Because subconsciously, in our perceptions, a beggar is someone who begs, seen as inferior. In a certain Taoist temple, there was a beggar who wandered around every day. One day, a tourist asked him, "You have hands and feet. Why are you a beggar?" The beggar replied, "I have hands and feet. Why can't I be a beggar? What you see is only what you see. You think I'm begging, but you don't know that I'm letting go of my vanity. If I can't even let go of this vanity, no matter how good my job or environment is, I'd still be living in falseness." From this, we can see that sometimes our ideas and thinking limit us. We can't see certain things or the inner aspects of others. If your talent leads you to be a beggar, can't you do it? What's the difference between a beggar and an ordinary person? None. A beggar begs. Ordinary people go to work, start businesses, do things. Is there a difference? Perhaps begging is also a service, serving one's own heart. It's possible that this beggar lacked nothing before, neither materially nor emotionally, but one day he awakened and chose to be a beggar. Being a beggar doesn't mean doing it for life. It's about tempering his heart. Why is the heart most important? Everything physical will change. Thoughts and ideas will change. Knowledge and perception will change. Of course, the heart can change too. One moment, I feel wonderful. The next moment, I feel sad. So in this world, we cultivate this heart. If you want to find your talent and mission, don't actively search for it. It comes naturally, like frequency and energy. If you haven't reached a certain frequency or energy level, you can't receive it. Some people want to earn $1 million in a year because they see others doing it. They think, why can't I? But they just can't earn it. Why? Because they haven't accumulated enough to bear the energy of $1 million. We all know that money contains energy. Is $10 and $100 the same energy? No, because our perceptions and hopes are attached to that piece of paper. We think $10 is less than $100. This isn't just your perception. Most people have endowed this energy onto it. So if you want to earn that $1 million, you first need the energy to carry it. Just like we say, we must cherish blessings. Why? If your virtue and cultivation aren't sufficient, even if great wealth comes for you to enjoy, disasters may occur. This is called when virtue doesn't match position, disaster ensues. It's the same with money. So only by raising your own frequency and energy can you receive. Talent or destiny has a characteristic. You're certainly not working for someone else. It's not just about dreams. Talent is inherently related to service. If your focus is on making money, talent will drift further away. You simply can't find it. So to find your talent and mission, you need to sort yourself out. Calm down and take a good look at yourself. Can you find your talent and mission by just thinking at home? Or if you say about doing something, I don't want to do it anymore. It's too hard, too painful, can't make money. With all these complaints, can you find it? You can't. Other things in the three-dimensional space are always changing, but talent is always there. It doesn't change. It's always there. So to find your talent and mission, you must first be true. What is true? True is also awakening. Some people are often frustrated and suppressed in reality. They're tormented by life and beaten down. They don't like the truth. They don't want to connect with it. They feel the people around them are hypocritical, all wearing masks, so they don't want to connect. Over time, they become even less willing to connect with the truth. If you're not genuine, do you expect others to be genuine with you? Do you expect the events in your life to be true to you? When a person isn't genuine, they'll inevitably experience unfavorable things. When you're not true, will others be true to you? Will you be deceived, cheated, suffer losses? It's normal because you're not true. Truth is our nature. You've abandoned your nature. Talent is also genuine, without any falsehood. If you want to do something and found your sense of mission, but there's even a hint of falsehood, is it talent? No. Talent and mission must first have a vow, a grand vision. Some people's wishes don't come true. Why? Because their thoughts aren't pure or their energy isn't sufficient to accomplish it. Like asking a laborer to be the chairman of a company. Can he do it? Maybe. But can he manage the company well? No. So when we do anything, we must be clear about our vision. When Jack Ma created Alibaba, he said he hoped to serve humanity for over 100 years. So you can see how successful Alibaba is. Can success be copied? No. If your energy isn't enough, your experience insufficient, you can't connect. Each person's talent and mission is different. Your talent might be to be a beggar, a calligrapher, a painter, or a musician. Besides the grand vow and vision, you also need focus. When you focus on something, completely immersing yourself, time and matter cease to exist. When you finish, dawn has arrived and you didn't even know. Your talent and mission require you to focus in that field. Focusing doesn't mean you need to do many things. For instance, your boss asks you to work overtime. You work for a long time, and suddenly it's dawn. Is that focus? Can it reveal your talent and mission? No, it can't, because you're doing it with goals, responsibilities, and pressure. With talent, there's no pressure, no responsibility, no expectations, no desires, none of these. Let go of all the things you can think of, and you can see your talent and mission. Many people think of talent as being adept in a certain field, like literature or math. That's not it. That's just what you're skilled at within that field. It exists in comparison. So to find your talent and mission, you must empty yourself. Empty yourself. You have nothing, understand nothing. I'm not here. I'm not. I have nothing. Then you'll discover the purest thing. When that arrives in your life, you'll feel exceptionally happy and joyful. So never blame yourself or feel inferior. Everyone is born with many super gifts and superpowers. No matter how bad someone's current situation is, they're truly not worthless. They just haven't truly recognized themselves, haven't found their own path, haven't placed themselves in the right niche. That's all. Did I make myself clear? Well then, thank you very much for reading to the end. I hope it has moved and inspired you. See you next time.